All right, cyber traders, let me get a little chat back if you can hear me loud and clear. Just give me a chat back, everyone. All right, good. Let's give me a second here. Just want to be able to broadcast something. Hold on. All right. So can everyone see my PowerPoint okay? Just let me know if you could see it loud and pretty good. All right, good. Well, welcome everybody. Hopefully everyone's doing pretty well in this whole coronavirus here at Cybertrade University. We're all kind of like fighting away, and hopefully you guys have been paying attention. But let me tell you, there's no better place right now to be confined than in a Cybertrade University webinar right now, because you know what? You're hearing all these bad things that are happening in today's lives. People are out there, getting very ill. Some people dying. It's a horrible thing. But what's the other part about it is people losing their jobs and everything. So I guess everybody's starting to realize maybe I'll start trading. Maybe, and you're probably starting to realize that you don't know, maybe, you see the market volatilities, people losing their money on trading and their IRAs. Well, you know what? You might even know if you might even have a job back. So why not go out there and try this? Listen, if you're confined to your home, why not start looking for a new career? Because you might need one, right? And let me tell you, we are absolutely killing it here at Cybertrade University. Unfortunately, I don't like these bad things that happen, but as a trader, this is like the best time for us to make this amount of volatility and this amount of money in trading. So I want to go out there and I want to show you guys a little bit what we're going to trade, what we're going to look at, and how to trade today's market, trades and how it crashes. So we want to focus on that. Let me just get something else here. There we go. All right. Just want to. All right. So the whole part about what we're going to be talking about today is we're going to talk a lot about, trader psychology, why people make big mistakes into trading. We're going to also talk about a lot of things like, how to scan through the market. I don't know, as any of you guys follow me on YouTube or Facebook or in Instagram, you've probably seen me do postings 2-3 times a day, really kind of showing. And actually, I hate to say this, we just started doing it. So people are like, wow, this is great stuff. If you haven't signed up yet, you want to get those alerts, go out there and watch and use the track record. See how we learn, how we read charts. How do we follow the smart money? Seeing who the big brokerage firms are. And then also the KISS method. Just keep it super simple. That's what trading is all about. And then at the end of this presentation, what the ultimate goal is this. I want everybody here to come and join me in my professional trading room. So you can go out there and could see and say, okay, now I know why these guys are, now I see why Fausto's a 12-time world champion. Now I can see why he's been in business for 25 years. Now I can see why he does more education for more brokerage firms than anyone in the industry. And last, you'll see why I have a 5-star rating in Google, because trading is not for everybody. It's not. And you know what? That's okay. It really is okay. But you got to learn somewhere. And that's the key about being a good trader. So, with that said, guys, just to let you know a little bit about me, I want to bore you with my, with the history about Cybertrade University. I want to get right into it. But the reason why I'm here is how I was trained. I was here because to be a successful trader, you have to train people to trade like you. I'm not here to teach you guys to go, sell you a gazillion-dollar course and you go figure it out on your own. And here's 800 hours videos. I think that's pretty sleazy, to be honest with you. I mean, like, unfortunately, education is a big business. It is. Listen, college is a big business. I have a 19-year-old going to school right now. It's incredible. They won't even give us him a refund on, staying home because of coronavirus. Just shows you, like, they're all worried about the money. Well, you know what? I do things differently here. And it's not about teaching you guys how to do it on your own and just pay me a gazillion dollars. I'm here to find people I could teach and I could trade with. Okay. So look at that. Look at this as being an interview. and you're all here, and you're here to see what the company could offer you. And then we're going to actually go out there and invite all of you guys to come in the trading room, and you're going to see the boardroom. You're going to see our traders on the floor and see if they actually make money. Because it's not about me, guys. It's not about me, and you don't want to be around here. You don't want to see how great I am and how much money I make. To me, honestly, that's an ego. Okay. And it's nice, but you know what? That doesn't make you money. It really doesn't. So that's how realistically how I started. I live here in New York. I was trained by the best traders in the world. Eventually, I grew out of it working at a trading firm. And to go on my own, I have to find people that have the same exact passion as I do that we could trade together. And that's how you make money in trading. So listen, why do I teach? Why do I trade? Well, listen, I trade because I'm a first generation Italian. My dad came here from Italy. My mom and dad came here, and they worked very, very hard. And I know some people here do the same thing. I mean, you probably know they worked 10, 15 hours. Back then, when Sundays were Sundays and nothing was open on Sundays, only time we ever were able to trade back then. Mark, we got a Paisan there. Well, nice to see you too, Paisan. Good to see you. So anyway, I went out there and my parents said, listen, you got to find a job that is going to let you spend more time with your family, less risk, less stress. And what else is there to do to New York other than be in the trading business, be in the brokerage industry? And let me tell you, what I found out on the first day in the trade, I should have never made my first trade as a trader. But I learned this. It's convenient. It's a great job. You can do it anywhere in the world. You're stuck here with the coronavirus. You're stuck in your house. So you really have no choice. You want to know what jail feels like? Well, apparently, if you follow the rules, this is what jail. It's really not a bad job. I mean, it's really not that bad. But you know what? When it's all done, said and done, you could do this anywhere in the world. But this is the most important thing. You have to learn from successful traders, and you have to surround yourselves with successful traders. That's why I teach. So I got two families, my everyday family, and hopefully some of you will be like the people you see up here on the screen. So you got this whole thing that's going with this coronavirus. The CDC's telling you stay home. The market's crashing. All this dangerous stuff that's going on. But the thing is this. Can you profit from this? Of course you could. Did Amazon profit from it? I don't know. Everybody's online. Did Facebook profit from it? Of course they do. You might hate these people, but at the end of the day, life will still go on. Okay. We still have to make money, and we are going to be using certain things. So if you're sitting there waiting for a stimulus check, I hate to tell you, you're in the wrong business. You should not be able to depend on waiting for that $1,200 stimulus check. Okay. You should not be willing to stay home and say, you know what? Wow, the government's going to be paying me $600 a week for 2 months. Yeah. What are you going to do in 2 months from now? What are you going to do? All right. So you just left your job. You got laid off. Unemployment was up another 3 million today. We're up to over 30 million, worst ever. So you're part of it. For what? For what? I mean, is that what you want to be? Is that what you want to be, the $600 person every day? Is a week? Is that what you want? No. How about making $600 a day or $1,000 a day? You don't believe me? Wait till you see when you come to the end of the trading room. But the key is this. To make money and to benefit from this, you got to know how to play the game. Now, the reason why people come to me and learn from CyberTrading University is because I teach you how to trade like a true market maker, like a true brokerage firm, a trader in a trading department. How do I know that? Because I was one of them. And this is how we're going to do it. You follow the money. That's it. You follow the money. You don't need to go out there and reinvent the wheel. You don't have to be like Einstein. You don't have to be a genius to do this. Actually, those are actually my worst traders. Okay, I hate to say it. The guys that are over analytical and the really really smart, those are the hardest people to train. Okay, but you don't have to be that person. You just got to know how to keep it very simple. So the thing is this: how do we find those stocks? What's moving? Let me do a quick little flashback. On right here on March 5th, I did a webinar. INO stock ran from right at 2 o'clock, ran from $5 to $9. INO, what the hell does that company do? Never heard of it. What does it do? Well, INO, if you look what happened just recently, stock ran to $15. Holy crap, that's a pretty big move. And actually, in one day, it ran from 12 all the way to 15. Do you really need? And that's this week alone. Still going higher, right? Why is it going up? Who's running up? Is it the news? It doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. It's irrelevant. What is important is following the money. Because at the end of the day, we're just trying to make a day's pay. But I don't care what I trade. I don't want to know what I trade. It doesn't really matter, but I'm here for one reason only. Same thing you are, to make money. But the thing we have to figure out is this. How did we find INO? Where did that stock come from? How do we know it was going to move before it made its move? Well, let's get right into the thick of things. Scanning the market. You guys have a good scanner? We do. We have several of them. Why go spend all this money and try to figure it out on your own? If you came in the trading room, if you watch me every morning, we do it for you. Okay? Because there are a lot of stocks that are moving in today's markets. Look at that scanner. We'll look at the TradeStation platform. Very well-known platform in today's market trading industry. Look at all these stocks. MESO, MBOT, CHK. All these stocks out there. Look, up 130%, 50%. But which one? Out of all of them, how do you know which one is going to give you the least amount of risk with the most amount of reward? That's how we train you. We show you you got to know how to read spreads. You got to know how to follow orders. And you got to know how just to trade with others. Just keep it very simple. Mark has a question. Are they the standard scans or do these guys tweak them? That's a great question. And actually, yes, we do tweak them because I don't want to start seeing like stocks that trade like 3,000 shares. Oh, look at the stocks of 400%. Only trade 3,000 shares. You're not going to trade it. So it kind of eats up a lot of your list. So yes, there are filters that we filter them out to get all the junk out of there, all the penny stock junk. We don't, listen, you got to find things that have good movement, good volatility, and good, what we call iceberg orders. So the big thing is this. We got to have a game plan. Okay. When you go in today's markets, when you trade, you got to have a game plan and you got to know where the smart money is. That's how you become a very good trader. So let's talk about how do we follow the smart money? Well, you know what? I'm going to ask you guys that. I'm sitting here. I got to take a sip of my coffee here for a second because I'm running out of breath. Can you guys tell me in this room right now, how do stocks go up and go down? Let's see how you guys answer this question. How do things go up and go down? Max says supply and demand. Anyone else? Supply and demand. JP says supply and demand. Buyers and sellers. Basically the same thing. Okay. Anna, what about you? I didn't hear from you. Benjamin, James, Mark. Guys, don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. Turn the damn TV off. Stop watching the market and focus right here. Because I'm here to save you a lot of money. I'm not here for my health. Okay. I'm here to interview you, not interview me. All right. Because not everybody here is going to be eligible to come to my trading room. It's not that. It's not it's a privilege. I mean, it's not like it's a entitlement. Listen, not a lot of you really qualify to do it. And one of the things you got to understand, if you don't talk, you don't chat, you're not going to make money in trading. I'm just telling you right now. So could everyone agree with me? Supply and demand. Just give me a quick yes. All right, good. Got a good yes. All right, perfect. Now, you tell me, what do you do, everybody? How do you find the supply and demand? How do you find the buyers and sellers? Let's see how you guys answer this question. You don't have to go crazy, just a couple of words. I'm just curious. How do you find the supply and demand? Chris says the volume. Okay, that's false. Anyone else? Vector Vest, no. John says level 3. Okay, now we're on the same page. Time and sales. Okay, time and sales is just confirmations, JP, when the market, when it takes off. Look at the order book, Cynthia. Okay, Cindy. Oh, there you go. Got to follow the institutions. So that's what we're going to talk about right now. Following the trend is one thing, but the question is, when is it going to stop? LK, we made a killing on this stock on the short. Remember LK? It's still halted at 8:30 in the morning, which, by the way, most of our trades are done in pre-market. Stock went from 26 down to 4. Okay. So look at that. Yeah, down to 4. Look at that. It's not even 9 o'clock. Great short. What drove the stock down other than the bad news? And you can read the news on this company, but what does that mean? What does that mean, what they were trying to do? And how did it get, why did it go to 28 down to 4? Why did it stop at 10? You ever notice that? You look at the news and you're like, I don't understand. I mean, it's bad, but why is it, who makes up these prices? Who's running it down? Can anybody, especially when you own it, you ever own the stock and like, oh my God, I just bought a stock with bad news. I'm like, is anyone else interested, in the same situation as I am? Same thing. So you need to follow the money and have a game plan. That's what we're going to focus on. Here we go. Let's start with total view. Okay, NASDAQ total view. Does anyone ever hear this before? Anyone ever heard of total view? Actually, I'm going to do can I do it? Yeah. I'm going to do a poll. And hold on. I'm just going to ask everybody this question. Do you have level 3 quotes? So you probably see a little poll question coming up on the right. By the way, if you're on YouTube Live or Facebook Live, you can't be part of it unless you're registered. We're running 3 different rooms at one time. So if you're in the CyberTrading University Zoom room, you could get into the poll. But I'll share it with you guys who are on Facebook and YouTube Live. So I think you see it right here. You could see all the yeses and nos coming. Not sure. Okay. All right, I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to share the results. And you guys could see it on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. But for everyone else, you could see it also. 23% yes, 64% no, and the rest are not sure. If you said you're not sure, I'll take that as a no. All right, so let me explain to you. Okay, now listen to me carefully. What you're about to hear right now is going to be very, very disturbing. Okay, what I'm about to teach you right now is going to make you quit trading, or you're going to say, you know what, Fausto, where do I sign up? I need to see this stuff live. This makes absolute perfect sense. It's nothing that I never heard before from anyone else. And I'm just telling you what people tell me. Okay, so listen to me carefully right now. This is where things get very, very interesting. Have any of you guys watched me on NASDAQ? Actually, at the end of this presentation, we'll play the video. Any of you guys watch me on the NASDAQ show, on their broadcast? Mac, you did? Okay, good. So I'm going to talk about that. Now, this is only one book out of like several that are out there. Now, NASDAQ this is how NASDAQ was invented back in the 70s. It's a big chat room. There's no meeting place like the New York Stock Exchange. Everything's done electronically. Everyone is advertising what they want to buy and what they want to sell the stock for. So what you're seeing is, think of this. You are now on the floor of the exchange. You get to see all the buyers, all the sellers, and who wants to buy it, who wants to sell it. You're getting to see all the data. Okay? Let's look at Norwegian Cruise Line. Norwegian Cruise Line was fun the last couple of days. Here's a stock that went from 1420 all the way up. Hold on, let me get my little pointer so you guys can follow along. I always forget to grab that pointer. Animation. There we go. Okay. So you can see how the stock literally went from 1420 all the way to 1580. Who ran Norwegian Cruise Line up? Why did it go up? Okay. It's not you. It's not me. Okay. It's buyers and sellers. Okay. Now, the big thing is this. Do you ever notice you come up to a chart and you hit like a big support and resistance levels and you're trying to figure it out, like what's really making a support and resistance levels? Why, who's actually running it up? Who's running it down? Well, here's your example right here. The Norwegian Cruise Line had a really big run. It ran from 14.20 all the way up to about $16 in a matter of 2 hours. Great run up. But obviously there's some profit taking. There's always profit taking. And you can see how the stock dropped, and it stopped right here at $15.36. Why did it stop at this price? Why 15.40? Why didn't it go back down to 14 or 15? Why 15.40? And since 11 o'clock all the way up to about 12, it really didn't want to go lower than that specific 14.40. Well, right here on the right-hand side, you'll see what's called, that's right, Michael, it's a big, large order. Here are your buyers. Actually, let me draw it for you. Okay. So here are your buyers, and here are your sellers. These are your orders. This is how many orders are out there at that price for that many shares. Now, the way it works is this. Whoever wants to buy the stock for the most amount of money is up here. Whoever wants to buy for less money is down at the bottom. So you're basically in a big chat room negotiating what you want to buy and sell the stock for with the rest of the world. So you're in there trading on the exchange with everybody else, institutions, brokerage firms, mutual funds, algorithms, high frequency trades, everything. You cannot see this, Keith, with level 2. Level 2 has been outdated since the 1990s, okay? By the way, you know how much level 2 costs? It's free. You probably know that already. So guess what? That's all it's worth. Which, by the way, that's another thing I want to tell you. If you're looking for free stuff, you're also in the wrong business. There's nothing free in this world, okay? So you can't get into a 6-figure job by learning for free. It just doesn't happen. All right. So anyway, if you notice right here, there is a 146,000 share buyer at $15.36. That would explain why the stock never went lower than that price. See what I'm saying? Every time it hit that price, it went up. What made a support level wasn't not Fausto, wasn't not you, Danny, wasn't you, Michael, wasn't you, John, you, Evan, Lewis, everybody out there. It was this guy. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he came from, but he is interested in buying a lot of shares, a few $1 million worth of it too. It's a hell of a lot more money than you and I. So who are you going to trust? Me, you, or the guy here at 146,000 shares? It could be Warren Buffett. We don't know, Danny. Bottom line is it's somebody, and that's why you have to look at it. Here's another example, okay? Another big stock, what you would call it, Norwegian Cruise Line, okay? So continuing with the same stock. You see how the stock went up and it stopped at 16.20? Why did it stop at 16.20? I mean, when we go back, you could see how it went up to 16.20, right? It was a big support level. But you see how it went up and now it's starting to trend down? Why is it trending down? Why is it stopping at 16.25? Well, remember, what makes a resistance level is the sellers. Guess what? When you look over here on the sell side, hold on, let me get my pounds here. Here's the sellers, and you work your way down. What you focus on is a lot of shares. And there's a hell of a lot of shares down there at 16.25, almost 96,000 shares. And there's 117 different orders out there. Listen, who could actually push the stock down more? The guy that's looking to sell 3,000 shares, the people looking to sell 1,800, 900, or 96,000. Oh, no wonder the stock came back down. Okay? No wonder, because of that guy. Which, by the way, we didn't go any lower here. But I bet you if we look back, that buyer is still out there. It's all about following the money. Fausto, what would you consider a large order? What do I consider a large order, James? That one right there, James. Okay. Think about it. If everybody else is showing, an average of a couple of hundred, couple of thousand, and you're getting a 96,000, which is over 10, which is literally almost 90 times more the average, 100 times more the average, that's what we call an iceberg order. Okay. Danny, listen, nothing is delayed. Well, this is nothing is delayed. This is all real time. And you know what, Danny? You're going to see it live in the market. Total view, yes, absolutely, it's live. Absolutely. By the way, hold on. Let me change the slide here and let me clear this out. Okay. So what you're witnessing right now is something that when I started 25 years ago, I had to pay $1,000 a month for that. Now you stop. Let's think about this for a second. Who in their right mind would a 22-year-old kid dish out $1,000 a month for this data? Probably about 99% of the people in this world who trade. Everybody's like, why would I dish out $1,000 a month for something? Well, this is what my boss told me. It made perfect sense. He says, listen, you want to make $250,000 a year? I'm like, yeah. Well, you got to buy. Listen, you can't own a retail store without having a store, right? You got to pay rent. It's part of doing business. So let me tell you this. Is it $1,000 a month for that data? No. How about this? $9. $9. Is it worth $9? Would you pay $9 for that data? 9 lousy little stinking dollars to find out where 70% of where the buyers and sellers are. Joe says, oh, yeah. Sure, why not, right? Steven, what's the worst thing that could happen? That you actually see the buyer out there? You actually see somebody that's looking to buy 70,000 shares, right? What is that? What is that costing you at the end of the month? 50 cents a day, maybe? I don't know. And what kills me is this. There are people till today still like $9 is a lot of money. Let me tell you something. If you think $9 is a lot of money, you damn well better quit trading right now. No matter, I don't care if you're on options for, just, you know what? You start interviewing stockbrokers. I used to pay $1,000 and I have to fight and tell people showing this data, paying $9, you wouldn't pay $9 for it. I mean, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. What do you think? Some indicator that you get for free on a platform? Oh, look, they got Bollinger Bands. Oh, they got the 200 moving average. Oh, look at that. They got like 180. Yeah, let me know how that works out for you. Okay? Because by the time you figure it all out and the things cross again, you already blew up your account. Gene, we're going to talk about it at the end. I didn't even scratch the surface yet. I didn't even scratch the surface. Listen, my goal is this. I am here to educate you guys to see if you know trading's for you or not. I'm just teaching you kindergarten stuff. Wait till you see it live and it's trading in the market. You're going to freak out. Okay, so let's look at this example right here. INO. Is this stock moving up or down? Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a poll. I got a poll here. Yeah, here we go. Let's do a poll. Stock going up or going down? By the way, only people in the Zoom room could actually do this. Once again, if you're on Facebook Live, you could put in a chat room. If you're in the room, in the trading room, in the Facebook, will answer your questions in there also. But tell me, up or down? Down, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. No question. You're absolutely right. I don't understand how 2% of you said it's going up. I mean, I'm dumbfounded by that. Some people said, well, it's not enough data. You know what? That means you're too much of an analyst. Okay. So I'm going to end that poll. And if you said it was going down, you're absolutely right. Now, the question is this. When is it going to stop? When is it going to go back up? Okay. What do we need for the stock to go up? We need buyers. We need buyers. Chart doesn't show you buyers. Indicators don't show you buyers. CNBC and Fox Business are not going to tell you where the buyers are. But what will tell you the buyers? We're going to go to the book viewer. Okay. Now, the goal of being a good trader is you got to have a game plan. That's what you need. You got to have a game plan. Having a game plan is what we're looking at right now. Stock's down, need a buyer. Let's look at the bid and let's see if there's where's the next biggest, amount of buyers out there. And sure enough, what do we got? We got a 219,000 share buyers. That's not one. That's 73 different people out there that make up that 200,019 at 1260. So let's just think about this for a second. What do you think is going to happen when we get to 1260? Is it going to go up or is it going to go down or is it going to stay flat? What do you think? In theory, what do you think is going to happen? Really? Are you sure about that? Think it's going to go up? A lot more shares than you and I are trading, right? You want to buck the trend? Well, it wouldn't be resistance, it would be support, Sydney. So guess what? What did the stock INO do? You thought it was going down? You're absolutely right. How do you predict the future? You see where the buyers are? Look what happened. It went from 1420 all the way down to 1260 and then shot right back up, went right back. Look, it kept hitting it, came back down. That guy wasn't going anywhere. He was not going anywhere. And sure enough, look what happened there. Stock went up. Now you ask yourself a question. How many times have you gone out there and traded today's markets? And like, you know what? I always wish I knew where I could find the bottom. I own a stock. I don't know where to get out, and then when I sell it, it goes up. I think someone's watching me. You know what? How about this? They're not watching you, but you could watch them. You might think they're watching you, but they're not. You just didn't watch them. It's the opposite. Always ask yourself a question. Who really trained you? Think about it. I know people people always ask me like, "Oh, what is that supposed to mean? What do you mean?" I'm like, listen, could you imagine you knew somebody, God forbid, doesn't happen. Some of your loved ones went to the hospital and went to the got sick with the coronavirus, okay? And I don't know if anyone knows anybody that passed away, but I know living in New York, I don't know anybody close, thank God, but I knew some people got very sick and some people passed away. Do you think I'm going to actually go out there and go to the doctor? I'm going to ask you a question. Who trained you? Why didn't you save his life? Where did you go to school? Could you imagine it came out of his mouth like, nobody, I read it I watched YouTube. And like, what reaction would you do? It's like giving you money to finance for somebody and the guy lost your money. You would assume the guy learns finance, right? So my thing is this. When it comes to trading, leave it to the professionals to train you how to do it. You need to do it. You have to learn this on your own. But you got to surround yourself with good traders. And this is like common sense. This is common sense. And no wonder why people are, starting to realize, and some of you coming in, they're like, you know what? This does actually make sense. Just follow the money. I mean, think about it. Who do you trust more? A Fibonacci indicator or a 219,000 share buyer? Who would you want to trust more? I'll do the 200,000 share buyer. Thank you very much. All right, let's do the opposite now. Let's forget about charts and everything else. Let's have a little test. We're looking at American Airlines, right? Where do you think the sellers are on American Airlines? Without looking at any indicators, all these fancy platforms, all that good stuff. What do you think? Everybody could just put it in the chat room. All right. So for everybody that is not, I'm going to share it in the Zoom chat in the Facebook and YouTube Live. Look, everybody's chatting in 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. Wow. You know what? That's amazing. You didn't need anything, but guess what? You're absolutely right. 600,000 share seller at 1290. Are you effing kidding me? Look at all these other sellers, 900, 100. Where the hell is that guy crazy? Why is he even selling that many shares? You know what? I don't really care. All I know is he just exposed himself to sell American Airlines. There's a guy out there that's looking to sell almost $10 million worth of stock. I am not, it's not my decision. It's not my, he's looking to sell it. So what do you think is going to happen when we get to 1290, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. Let's slap in a couple of indicators. What do we got? What do we got? We got a Kukumo. We got a Bollinger. What else? We got a MACD. We got a 12 movement. Could you tell me what the stock's doing after looking at this one? You tell me, what does it look like it's doing? I know we got some analysts over here. I know, unfortunately, some people I know spend a lot of money on this, so you know better than me. What does this tell us? What's the stock doing? Like you lost, right? It looks like, you know what this looks like? If you ever have the opportunity to come to my office, I have actually a picture of it. I take all my kids' elementary pictures and stuff, and that's my indicators. That's what this looks like to me. But unfortunately, some people know how to read this stuff, and it actually makes sense. But you know what? I'd rather just keep it simple. And guess what? When we did get to that seller, it ran from 1290 down to 1230 in a matter of an hour. It was a great short. So who do you trust more, the indicator or the 600,000 share seller sitting at 1290? What is easier to read? It's like common sense. Common sense. And I was sold. And remember, let me repeat it again. When I first learned how to trade, when I took my job as a market maker to learn how to trade, this is exactly what they told me. I'm like, wow, why isn't nobody doing this? And I'm like, oh, because to buy this data is $1,000 to get it through NASDAQ. They're like, doesn't sound like a bad deal. For me, if I could make a short and sell it with that guy selling at 1290 and cover my short at 1230 and make myself 60 cents on 1,000 shares, that's $600. I basically almost paid for just this one trade for the platform for the whole month. I'm like, yeah, I know. Does that make sense? They're like, yeah, it does. I get it. But 99% of people still don't want to pay for it. But it only costs $9 today. $9 today. And people still won't want to pay for it. And I get it. Maybe it's not your style. Maybe it's not what you're looking for, but I don't know. This is about 70% of the volume. You want to question that guy? Go knock yourself out. But the big thing is you just got to know how to keep it simple. Keep it super simple. You know what I mean? By the way, there's my email address. If anybody wants to get a copy of my trading platforms, Thinkorswim, TradeStation, Orbis, just send me an email. Write it down. I'll be happy to give my email address. You know? But the thing is this. You don't need to use, you got to make the window so complicated. Just follow the orders. By the way, this is the TradeStation. I don't know if you have some TradeStation traders out there, but look at this one. This is called the Matrix. Very similar to Total View. It's just nicer because it aggregates more books. But look, 17,000 share buyer out here at 1185. You know, no wonder why the stock stopped right here. Look at that. It went from 13 all the way down to 1185. Wow, look at that. It went right back to 12. Oh, must have to do with this guy over here. Hello? All right, so Steven's question, can you get this kind of indicator or any stock or whatever? Sorry, I've never traded. Well, first of all, Steven, it's not an indicator, okay? This is data. This is the actual orders. This is not no indicators. You know what? I'm not an indicator guy. I don't trade, you know, unless you're a swing trader or an investor, it works. But as a day trader, I like to day trade because I like to sleep at night, okay? I'm in cash. It's no different than you getting a job, going to work. You do your work, go home. Tomorrow's a new day. I don't have to worry about sitting there like, oh, what's the futures doing? Waking up 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, is my stock going up? You know what? I had enough bad dreams. All right. So I'm almost out of time here. I'm sorry if I keep chatting away, but I got another webinar I got to do with another company. I got to finish up in like 10 minutes. So let me get right to it because I want to give you guys the opportunity to take that $9 and come join my trading room and see this data live. So you don't see I'm, all BS. Because I know there's a lot of BS people out there. And you know what? I tell everybody, get in their room, see what they have to say, and then come back to us and you'll see what the difference is. Fake orders. There's the next question people ask. How do we know these are real orders? Well, very simple. You go out there and you hit that button for 280,000 shares, and you tell me how fake it is. Okay. You want to take that gamble? Listen, they're all real orders. This ain't fake news. Okay. That's a real order. And if anybody ever tells you it's fake, they're obviously not a real trader. Okay. Now, the thing is this: can a guy get executed and sell it? Of course he could. Look at this trade. INO. There was a seller at $9, which is basically a resistance levels, right? What happened? It went to 10. Why did it go to 10? Well, look at the time in sales, which some of you just mentioned earlier. 9, 9, 9. Look at that. 16,000, 16,000, 2,000. Look at all these orders. This guy was getting executed. Somebody said somebody was buying it from him, which means it's a demand. No wonder why the stock went up. Now, in theory, it would be resistance, which it was for about 2 hours until somebody like, hell, we got to buy this thing. By the way, INO went to about 15. And you know what? When you see big orders like that and you see them getting executed, somebody's buying it, that even makes it more of a desirable stock to buy. Think about it. Could you imagine, think about like, who the hell would want to buy a stock with such a huge seller? I'm getting at this thing. I'm like, I mean, you look at that, you're like, I want to own a stock with a big seller out there, but all of a sudden it could change. No different than when you see a resistance on a chart. How many times have you seen a resistance on a chart and like, holy crap, it just did a breakout? That's a breakout. This is a breakout. Always wonder what a breakout is, right? You always think about, I heard about it. It's like a unicorn, right? I heard about it, but I never seen one, right? Lance said, Fausto used candlesticks. Oh, I love candlesticks. Perfect for birthday cakes. Okay. Highly recommend them. But I like to keep things simple. I rather just follow the money. All right. So let's talk about potential income. Listen, here's a stock work we traded. Stock goes from $2 in one day to 14. We do this every day. You don't believe me? Go check my Twitter. Go check my Facebook. Go check my Instagram. Go check my YouTube channel. We trade stocks like this literally almost every day. Every day. Maybe not up 1,000%, but like 200, 300%. People can't even make that in like 10 years. Do you need the 10 points? No. You know what? If you made 50 cents in the trade on 500 shares, 250, guess what? There's your $50,000 salary. You don't have to make a lot of money, make a successful career in trading. That's why I get sick. I see these people bragging and pumping their chests saying, hey, I made $3,000 today. Hey, you know what? I made $4 million today. You know what? Give me a break. How is that going to make you money? Right? Because let me explain something to you. For you to make $3,000, you have to afford to lose $3,000. Are you in a position to lose $3,000 a day for 5 days straight? No, I don't think so. But to make a nice $50,000, $100,000 salary, you could, if you had to, you could probably afford to lose 200. You don't gotta kill it to be successful at it. That's the misconception. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a very conservative trader. I'm very, very conservative. I'm not these big hot shots that got to go out there and and kill it. It's just not. I don't like to trade all day. That's not how I do it. I trade the first hour, last 30 minutes, I'm done. All right. So let's get right into it. And let me show you how to register because we got to finish up because I got to get ready for another event. So every single one of you, I just want to reiterate, you all need a mentor and you're going to need at least 2 or 3. And I highly recommend that you try a couple of companies out. Try a few of them out. Don't buy any expensive courses yet. Just buy do these little trials, these $20, $100, $9 trials like we're going to do right now. And don't look at the mentor. Don't look at us. Look at the traders in the room. See if they make money. Okay? Because let me tell you, it's, everyone's got a different style. You might not like the way he looks. You might not like the way he acts. You not like the way he talks. You might like it. I'm a type of guy is, don't give me the doctor that's good bedtime manners. Give me the doctor that's going to do the job, right? I mean, that's what I was always taught. You might not, you might not like what the guy has to say, but if he's batting 100, I'd rather have him than the guys that's got the sweetest and makes my wife feel so comfortable. God forbid I'm sick or whatever, and make the kids like, oh, everything's gonna be great. And Jim and Danny, and I find out that his record is a 50% life expectancy. They save people in the operating room. I don't want that guy on my team. I want the person that's going to be straightforward, tell me how it is, and then I can go out and enjoy myself. That's what it's all about. So, listen, it's time to go out there and spend more time with your family, which you're probably doing already with the coronavirus. But the thing is, you could enjoy life. It's a great job. You could spend more time with do things you always wanted to do. You just got to learn how to play the game. That's all you really have to do. You got to learn how to play the game. And this is how I like to leave it off. There's a reason why CyberTrade University has been endorsed by more brokerage firms than anyone in the industry. And listen, you think NASDAQ would have me come and do a presentation for them if they knew that what I was teaching is not what they want you to know? They want you to know how to use the Total View platform. I'm on a featured guest just to talk about it, because that is what you need to understand, not some dumb indicator. You think Tom Sosno from Trade Tasty Works, the founder of Thinkorswim, is going to come on CyberTrade University and thinking that I'm not a good day trader? You want to learn how to trade. You got to learn how to play the game, period. So this is what I want to offer everybody here, because I got to get ready to go. I want to invite all of you guys to come into the original day trading room, online room that I started 25 years ago. Okay. I know you're seeing a lot of them pop up everywhere. Actually, believe it or not, 20-30% of them are my students and instructors. Okay. The rest of the other people copied us, which is great. It's flattering. You know what I mean? Obviously, we're doing something right. But you want to have the original cheesecake, the New York cheesecake. You want to have the original, chicken wings like the ones from Buffalo at Anchor Bar. You want to know what it's all about? You want to know what the hype is? Well, here's your opportunity to come into the original trading room, where all these other schools have started by coming here. And hopefully you could be one of them too. Because when we train you, we teach you how to do it we teach you how to do it yourself. So what we do in this trading room, we start at 8 o'clock in the morning. We actually start day trading pre-market, which is basically where we make most of our money, believe it or not. And if you're a West Coast person, don't worry about it. The last half hour is also awesome too. So we kind of trade those 2 hours, and we do live audio commentary in that room. Now, this is what you're going to get. The link's up on the screen. $9. That's all I ask. And this is what you're going to get for $9. I'm going to teach you how to use level 3. You're going to learn how to use NASDAQ Total View. I'm going to show you something called level 4, which is Bookmap. You're going to get a crash course on day trading. You're going to actually be able to talk to somebody. Wow. People like, you could talk to someone? They're like, I thought this was all automated. Listen, if you can't talk to somebody, don't do business with people. How do you buy something not knowing someone's going to answer your phone? Oh, well, it doesn't pay for us. Listen, I don't make money at $9. Okay. I don't need your $9. Okay. That $9, all it is, I tell everyone, that is just an application fee for you to come in so we could actually interview you and see if you're qualified to trade. And trust me, that $9 is going to save you $9,000s of dollars. Okay. But you're going to get a lot of stuff. You're going to get daily market meetings. You're going to have 1 week access to our trading room. You're going to get 100 hours of recordings. All this for $9 lousy stinking dollars. I'm going to teach you how to find a dominator market maker. You're going to know how to follow all those big orders. You're going to see this live in the market. You're going to see stocks that we traded, that are up 100, 200% a day. And you know what? At the end of the week, honestly, I'll give you $9 back. If you're a futures trader, if you're an options trader, and you're a swing trader, like, I don't know if I'm a day trader. You know what? You might like this better. I had 2 students that signed up today that became one of our gold students and says, you know what? I've been trading options for 2 years. And I learned, I'm not going to mention any names that they said they took classes with, for 2 years. And I loved it. And they were great instructors. And I actually know the people. But you know what I told them? I said this. Are you making the 6 figures? Oh, hell no. then what the hell are you doing it for? Because of the leverage? I mean, like, listen, if you're not making money in a month doing this, I think it's time to find a new job. Okay. Not that it's a bad industry. It's just not for you. Or maybe you just didn't learn. So go out there and try it. But it's $9. You might like this better than that. Now, listen, this is a bonus. If you sign up right now, I will personally talk to you on the phone. Now, and people are like, wait a minute, this is so cool. So Fausto Pugliese is going to talk to me on the phone if I do this. You know what? You sign up right now. First 20 people do it. Why would I waste my time and talk to you for 30 minutes? Is because I need to know if we can make money together. Okay? This is just the first part of the interview of you being qualified to get into the trading room. This is what you're going to learn. I don't need 1,000 traders in my room. I could have 3,000 traders in my room. Okay? Does that make you money? Ooh, look at all these people in this room. It's chaos. Who's going to give you the personal coaching? Who's going to really look out for your best interest? Just to sit in a room with a lot of people so they just make subscriptions? Is that what you want? Give me a break. Okay? You want that, then we're definitely not the right fit. But if you want somebody, you want a firm that is going to work with you, be part of a team, part of a family, that you guys could trade together, that you're not going to deal with all this chaos and, all this, crazy, people screaming back and forth, then we're not the right fit. But the only way you're going to know is take $9 and try it out. All right. So I got about less than 5 minutes and I got to leave at 1 o'clock because I got to jump into this other webinar I have to do with one of my other channel partners. But does anyone have any questions? Couple of people here. I just want to do a couple of shout outs. I got a couple of registrants. People are registering right now. What do we got here? We got Jesse from San Diego. Just got your registration. California. Welcome to the team. Ed from Texas, Dallas, Texas. Go Cowboys. We have Donald from New York. Got your registration. Tom from was that Ontario, Canada. And I see more coming in. Now, as you guys register, really important, there's a little questionnaire to let us know a little bit about you. So if you could just fill that out, let us know if you took any training, which is okay if you did or didn't. Let us know who broke you are. Listen, a lot of people, like I said, really don't qualify to trade. So the only way you're going to know it is by being in the trading room, see the stuff live, and then you're going to know right away if it's for you or not. Some of you like, oh, it's too fast. It's really not. It's really not. Always remember one thing that Fausto taught me. Who really trained me? Who really trained me? And 99% of the people you're going to say, nobody. So it's time to stop. Listen, it's time to stop doing that 17th diet and now have somebody involved in your life to really show you how to do it right. All right. So listen, I'm an entrepreneur. I believe it. We all got to make money. But it's always easier to work for somebody first before you start opening up your own business. All right. I signed up for this morning, Bruce. Yes, it does, Bruce. You're more than welcome. This sure does count. I think I saw you register. I know the zip. What is work for me? I don't know what that means, Stephen. All right. So we got about another 3 minutes. Anyone in last minute questions? Could I start on Monday? Yes. So this is what I recommend you do. Register now. Go talk to your education advisor. He's going to tell you a couple of things. You're going to have an appointment with him. He's going to show you everything that's on your portal page. You don't want to go into this thing blind because you'll be like, what the hell am I looking at, right? You need to know the lingo. You need to know what they're doing. You really need to know. We're going to walk you through. We're not going to sell you a damn thing, all right? Nobody's going to pitch you. Nobody's going to tell you. Listen, get in the room. You pay $9. That's all you need to know. And then you'll make a decision at the end of the week. So what I recommend you do is watch the videos, start class on Monday. I mean, honestly, I would start tomorrow morning. I mean, I wouldn't waste any time. Shoot, what's going on with the market? Yesterday we're up 500, we're down 300. I mean, with coronavirus, I mean, we're killing it with the shipping, the cruise stocks and the airlines. I mean, they've just been great. Steven says, I never traded. Will I be able to do that? Steven, you know what? You are a better fit for me to teach somebody like that because you might not have any bad habits. Some of the people that have taken some courses and like, Joe said, did some futures, you might, there's really no bad habits there. And honestly, just kind of answer that question regarding about futures options. This is how I answer that question. People say to me, I really don't trade the stock market. I really trade commodities. I'm like, listen, when you watch TV, how often do they talk about commodities? Okay. 95% of what they talk about on TV is the stock market. Why are you trying to buck the curve, buck the trend? Just follow what these guys are doing. And and you know what? $9 will answer that question. Think about that $9 I told you. I paid $1,000 just to get that data. You're paying $9 right now. What do you have to lose? You want to follow the money? You want to follow the orders? You want to see what the whole hype is about? What NASDAQ really wants you to learn? Here's your opportunity. All right, guys, listen, I have to run. Chris says, what about the $25,000 day trading? First of all, Chris, that's the least of your problems. No, you don't have to worry about the $25,000. Listen, we traded a stock today. Okay, let me just show you something. Which one was it? Right here. This one right here. Look at this stock right here. Let me bring this up. Okay. You want to see something cool? Look at this morning. This stock was at $1 yesterday. Okay. You know where it went up to? Almost $3.50. Look at that's in 2 days. Look at the intraday. Okay. Stock went from right here, $1 to 3 o'clock, ran to $2. How much you need to buy 1,000 shares of that stock? How much? $1,000? What's the $25,000 for? Believe me, you don't need that much money to do it. All right. So I got to run, guys. I really apologize. I would love to sit there and chat, but guess what? You got a lot more that's coming along. I really look forward to it. Chris Summerfield from Plantation, California, has got your registration. Welcome to the team. Gibby from Norwich. Oh, was that Great Britain? Well, welcome aboard. I got your registration. I'm just looking at you guys right here. I mean, I have my other phone. I'm looking as I'm seeing them coming over here. Guys, $9. What the hell are you waiting for? Sibel from Riverview, Florida, just got your registration. There's a lot of people good. Jose from Guatemala, is that right? I hope I didn't bangle that. The zip code was off on that one. Wow, a lot of people from all different countries. Gary from Missouri just got your registration. All right, only $9. Get started now. Click on that link, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, listen. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really do appreciate it. Listen, I know some of you here are not going to move forward with CyberTrading University, and that's okay. I get it. I'm not going to be listen, I'm not going to be insulted. You might, maybe it's not the right time, honestly, I don't know why you couldn't. I mean, what's going on with the market, but it's okay. Listen, maybe you're in a position right now. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe you're learning from someone else. That's okay. But you know what? When it is the right time, make the opportunity to be there. And you'll see why we've been in business for 25 years. And by the way, this is so important too. If anyone does train you, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to give you the biggest and best advice. You damn well better make sure they're being reputable, being represented by some of the top brokerage firms in the industry. These guys do big compliances. And don't stay away from these little chop shop companies. Short Trade. My God, you hear about that company? Oh, what Ponzi scheme that was. Fund you traders. I mean, it's unbelievable. Just make sure that companies like Thinkorswim, Schwab, they're being endorsed because they do have a really big compliance department. They want to make sure that they, regardless of what you read on the internet, these people want to make sure they're not going to have them represent. So I just want to give you that advice. That's very, very important advice. So if you ever do business with somebody, make sure they're being represented, they're being sponsored by a brand name brokerage firm like us. All right. But $9, your last chance. Hopefully you'll be the first 20. We'll see you. Look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much again. And by the way, before we go, please be safe. Follow what they say. Be careful of coronavirus. You got the best excuse in the world to be here. Worst thing that could happen, you make money. That's what I say. That's the worst thing that could happen because now you have an excuse. You have to be here. So just stay safe and just be trading. Don't worry about the job. Don't worry about the stimulus package. Don't worry about, do this. This is probably the best wake up call for you. It could be what they call a not only just a wake up call, but what's that word I'm looking for? Light in the end of the tunnel or something they say, whatever it is. This is probably it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Good luck. Be safe. And we'll see you all in the trading room. All right. Bye-bye.